Welcome to Literarily Wasted. I am Garfield.
Yeah, happy early Halloween. Oh no, don't do that.
Happy early Halloween.
No, she got it.
We are joined by some very special guests. We have Kathy, Marianne, who just finished the book or is just now finishing the book as we watch, and Sally.
Hello.
And Sally's friend ST there on Sally's show. Look at this costume. Look at this. I'm going to show Katie off for a minute. Look at this costume.
Amazing.
So good.
And Sally's other friend.
And Sally's other friend, Genghis Cat.
Oh.
Well, happy early Halloween, everybody. Halloween's in 2 days, but we get the party started early here on Literarily Wasted just because we have our things on Wednesday. But hi, everybody. We are here to discuss Hollow Kingdom.
Yes, we are.
By Kira Jane Buxton. Kira, if you're watching, I'm sorry. I know you wrote this. Greetings, fellow mofos. Can we say mofo on TV?
Oh, yeah.
Sure. Sure we can. Marianne, did you just finish it?
I just finished it.
Yeah.
I made it. Very exciting.
I got to watch Marianne finish in real time. So hello, everybody. Who do we have here in the chat? Let's say some hellos. Hello, Kristen Anderson, DC. Hello, Stephanie, Stacy, Brenda, Jennifer, Tim, Heather, Jeff, Hiya, Willa, hey, y'all. Brandy, Jeff, Carrie, Anna, Heather, Jennifer, Missy, Stacy, hi. Good to see everybody. I can't really see anything, but
yeah, I already gave up on my hood.
It's good to see. No, I'm gonna keep mine on.
Yeah, commit. It's good
because I'm committed.
It's good.
What is Benny going as? We have Benny a Ghostbusters costume. I know, shocking.
Aww.
Shocking. I know.
He chose it.
Yeah.
We gave him options, and some of them weren't Ghostbusters, and he chose Ghostbusters.
Now, he chose it, sure, but
you might have.
We planted those seeds a long time ago.
Yeah.
Planning for this moment. But okay. Good evening, mofo, says Tiffany. The costumes look amazing, says Kira. That'll be adorable. It is. Yeah, he's adorable. He's sick though right now, so we're hoping he turns the corner soon. He has a big old fever.
Yeah.
We just can't seem to get rid of.
Yeah.
So okay, Hollow Kingdom. Let's get right into it.
Heather, this is my favorite murder. I love it.
What? Oh. Yeah. Oh yeah, we are the murder. Murders. Which is a group of crows.
For people who didn't read the book.
For the algorithm.
Oh yeah, that too.
So let's start talking about Hollow Kingdom. We know Marianne finished it. I finished it as well today. Mm-hmm. I read about 20% of it today, so it's fresh. But I guess we can start by what we normally do, which is just kind of sum up our thoughts. So I'm going to pick at random. Katie, what did you think of this book?
I liked this book. It's been a while since I've consumed any zombie media, so forgot that the death count can get kind of high up there. But
it definitely did. Yeah.
I bought the sequel at the same time as the first book, so I'll read the sequel at some point.
Okay. But you liked it. You had no likeness of the book. Marianne, what did you think? You just finished it.
I just finished it. So I had not ever read any zombie media. Is that what you said? I don't typically consume zombie. So I wasn't sure how I was gonna feel about it. I didn't have like high expectations. I really enjoyed it. It surprised me a lot. I'm curious about the sequel. It's probably not one I would go read immediately, but yeah, there were aspects of this, and I'm sure we'll get into it, but where it's the death count and all gore and gruesome nature of it, but then it would have like these paragraphs that were really beautiful about the world, you know, around them and everything. And so that grabbed my attention. I really loved that.
Nice.
Yeah.
I feel that. Kathy.
So overall, I did not enjoy this book. I thought the story overall was boring, and they barely touched on what I thought was interesting, which is what's going on. I'm sure we'll talk about that later. But I mean, as far as just like it being animals chasing zombies, animals fighting other animals, there were specific scenes that I really liked. There were characters that I really liked. I loved ST. I loved Cinnamon, Dennis, obviously. And, you know, there were some other characters that I thought were really great, and some scenes that made me laugh. But overall, I didn't love this story.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we share some of those sentiments. There were parts that I liked about this, but I think on the whole, I didn't. For the, you know, I think some people said it in the comments. For me, I think this one is the comment that kind of resonated with me. Bogged down in the middle with some unnecessary repetition. It seemed to. There seemed to be a lot of repetition in this book, both in terms of sort of like scene story beats, and also in terms of like the way that things unfold, sort of descriptively. Which is, you know, like I too wanted to know a little bit more about sort of the world building and that sort of stuff, and then it sort of felt like it took some cheap shots. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, it took a giant cheap shot.
And then I feel like the story kind of went and it sort of lost its focus. But I think it says something that like it wasn't that I was like, oh man, I don't like this, but it's like there were things that I wanted to grasp onto. There were some good like world building elements. It was an interesting spin on like the post zombie apocalypse being told from the point of view of animals. I just don't think it went in the direction that I would have liked it to go. But there were parts that I really enjoyed. Christy.
So I agree with all of you. Actually, I had like the same criticisms that y'all have already voiced. I also had the same, like, what's opposite of criticism? The same things that you guys really enjoyed, I also really enjoyed. I liked it. I felt like it was definitely the middle got me, just that nothing happened for a really long time.
Yeah.
And I had to switch over to audiobook to really like finish it. And it did. There were moments that made you laugh out loud. And then there were some really lovely, like, views of the world, both like human and not. And I really appreciated those things. I read a lot of zombie books, and my favorite part of a zombie book is like how it starts. And so obviously that's completely missing in this book, which is fine. Like some zombie stories are like that. But I definitely wanted more zombie. And I think Jeff mentioned, like, is this even a zombie book? And I think that's something we need to talk about too, because I have kind of the same question.
Is it a zombie book?
Yeah. Yeah, I think oh, sorry.
No, you go ahead.
I was going to say I felt a little bit prepared for some of because I agree like about the repetitive nature of it. Kathy kind of given me a heads up at work one day. I think she was like, yeah, you know, you go to like this location in Seattle and then there's zombies. And then you go to this other location in Seattle and then there's zombies. And so I was like, okay. And so I kind of had that in my head, and she was right, you know, like it was. And so I knew that was going to happen. So I think that's why I ended up liking it more than I was expecting to, because I knew there was going to be that aspect of it going into it. So I think I kind of lucked out that Kathy was ahead of me.
This is interesting that Becca said.
I agree with that for the most part. Like I love the cat, but then the cat never returned. And then, the rest of them I thought were just like dumb and pointless.
Was the cat not Genghis cat?
The cat shows up at the very end. And then
There he is.
Yeah, we got two.
Just
Yeah,
so
well,
you
see,
know,
that's how much it sunk into me. I mean,
I'm fully aware that the cat's at the end because I just read it. And but yeah, the cat cracked me up.
Oh, the cat was amazing.
Yeah, I was like, I kept waiting for more of the cat, and then I was like, I don't think it's coming back. You know, like even in the little vignettes. And I liked the cow in Scotland.
Very Scottish accent too.
Yeah, that one made me laugh.
Yeah. The poodle I really liked. Like just the
Yeah.
pussy poodle was so fun. I liked a lot of those, but I didn't love all of them. Like someone mentioned on Discord that they didn't understand the polar bear one. And I totally get that. I don't know what the point of that one was.
That was
There was a couple of them, right? Or
Oh, there
There
two
were two.
polar bear ones, but it was the
it
same.
was the same one, but they
polar
came
bear.
back to the polar bear.
Mhm.
yeah.
And then there was one that was just kind of a poetry.
Yeah. Oh, I did not like that one. But I think the reason I liked all of those chapters, most of the chapters, was because of the pets' names. Just really tickled me because they were almost all puns, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, there was some humor in this book, which
yeah.
I appreciate. I think that ST bridging the world between the mofos and the animals allowed for that humor, mostly, where he got to reference things like Cheetos constantly. Speaking of herself, the third poodle.
Yes,
I love in the third poodle.
The third poodle. Yeah, and I feel like, you know, it was a little heavy-handed on the technology is bad
Oh yeah, yeah.
aspect. I mean, I get it. It's turning us all into zombies. Yeah. What was the comment I saw earlier that I wanted to talk about?
was it really nothing more than that? Like it's just the kind of implied the virus was just like social media or something, like turning people into zombies. Like I was kind of waiting for it to be like, what's like this real virus and what's the deal with, and then it just like never came back to that. It's like, well, I'm done with this book. Like I read to the end so I could find out what's going on here, and then it's just like dead people fighting dead people and other animals, and freeing the animals was pretty fun. But
Yeah. I guess it's an easy cop out if animals can't approach it scientifically, right? Like they can't like figure out what's going on. They just have to do it based. So it's a little bit of a cop out. I found I mean, obviously I don't think tech is bad like that, but I found the things like them running their fingers along stuff, like trying to swipe and open things. I found that hilarious that they would just do that until they wore them down to nubs or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I thought that was hysterical. I don't know why. But just like they're just trying desperately to like turn something on. It was really funny, but yeah.
I was just wondering where are all the humans that don't have a whole lot of technology, because like I have an uncle who absolutely would not be affected by this virus.
Yeah.
He has an Apple Watch now.
But like also when they were at the hospital and we got what is it? Gubari's
Rohan.
Is it Rohan's? Yeah, story through Gubari. The newborn babies were already like mutated.
Yeah, that was bizarre.
And
That was really creepy.
That's one of the things I didn't really understand. If it's a virus that's like caught from like
social media,
electronics,
or
like
electronic technology.
How did that happen? And so maybe it wasn't. Maybe it's just like humans or the animals didn't understand. But I really, really wanted more information.
Maybe
on
it's
that.
genetic, you know.
and they started talking about that towards the end, and it's one of the pages that I marked because the author completely misrepresented what phenotypic plasticity means, and that made me angry.
Yes.
Like
I
start
also-
talking about how it's genetic.
Yeah.
Like no,
It's
that's
really
like
not.
the opposite of phenotypic plasticity.
I also didn't like how they talked about cancer.
Yeah, I mean, I understand how it fits in because it makes sense, but it was
But
a little bit
that's-
weird.
Scientists.
Yeah.
But the way they said it, I was like, that's not right. They're like, cancer's like a virus. And I'm like,
No, but cancer like can evolve within a person. Like this.
right,
can,
right. Yeah.
But then people are the cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. It was like a real virus or something, and somehow the screens were involved, and I couldn't figure it out. But then, yeah, I don't know.
Well, it's got to be something
Y'all
that's
read more
medium.
into it than I did about anti-technology. I just kind of took it at face value.
Well, it seemed to me a little bit that I don't know how y'all felt about sort of the development of that aspect of the virus, because it seemed to me that was an idea that the author had like 2/3 of the way into writing this book, and she was like, "Oh, that'd be good."
What?
Hmm.
The fact that it mutates people and stuff.
Yeah, that's right. But like,
Yes.
we also saw the written or the scrawled thing on the wall that said like, "Don't open your phone," and like, so there were clearly
Yeah,
like
but that-
survivors.
That wasn't like an indication that it mutated people.
No,
and,
no,
like,
no.
turned people into spider hybrids or ostrich hybrids or
I
whatever.
couldn't figure out what the I
Yeah,
couldn't
they were like, I was
visualize
picturing like
what this was.
velociraptors,
I
like
had no idea.
Oh, I
Yeah.
think they said like velociraptors for your ostrich ones.
or the ostrich. Yeah, whatever I pictured like something like that, and I was like, yeah. It sounded, and if it's something like that, then it would have to be. I mean, obviously it doesn't have to be because it's whatever in her head that she's written, but like it would have to be something like legitimately mutating. It can't just be tech. Like it has to be some real.
Yeah, there has to be some sort of thing that, yeah, it's a physical thing.
I mean, was it Cry or Kubari that said like that humans are just they ran out of time to like be at one with the world or whatever, so they were mutating. I don't know.
I mean, that I don't understand. I'm not an animal. I don't.
The mutations were interesting. Like I thought that was an interesting way to go with it. It might have happened too late in the story for me, but
yeah, I mean, there's a whole thing about what this thing is and the zombies, and because most of the zombies that we see are just they're kind of typical like decomposing Walking Dead that turn into sort of rage zombies with phones, or like in the presence of
just for
technology.
phones.
Yeah. So it's like, which is a cool thing. And I like that. I was like, oh, this is cool, like zombies, but with a specific sort of rage trigger that like attracts them, this obsession thing. Because you either see slow moving zombies, or you see like the World War Z movie style, like run, rage, will stop at nothing,
The scary zombies.
scary kind of zombies. And this was kind of both. And it alluded to it, I think, a little bit whenever they did lure the zombies with phones, and they, instead of running, they would start to like gallop and stuff like that. And that's kind of a creepy visual.
The visual part was really creepy. I was like, oh, I could never watch this as a movie. Like I'd be terrified.
I don't even know how they make this into a movie from the Crow's perspective.
I was thinking at the end, I was like, well, this would be an interesting graphic novel or like cartoon movie, because it's animal, but and then very creepy, and I wouldn't watch it.
I wouldn't. Yeah, no, I don't like the gruesome, the visual stuff of it. Yeah. I'm not into that.
This kind of brought up something I've been thinking about since I first started watching The Walking Dead back when that premiered, was basically how would scavengers react to that? Like, would the vulture population explode? Because they can then fly away from the zombies. So
that's true. Yeah. And The Walking Dead, we watched that. Well,
we watched a lot of it.
We did. Yeah, we got into it. It's something I never really thought about. So it is kind of cool to see, like, from the animals' perspective of how they, what do you do in a world where humans just are bleh now?
Well, and that was one thing about this book that really bothered me, was they kept talking about this huge confrontation, I guess, between like the wild animals and the city animals, basically. And we never got that, like, ever.
That's why there's a sequel.
A couple of y'all were talking about the wolves, and I think the wolves are both. I think they're like mostly from the zoo, but then also they teamed up with like wild wolves. But other than that, like, I feel like everybody was either from the zoo or from houses, or just like already familiar with the city. And I really wanted that big confrontation.
Well, that was one of the things that to me I felt like kind of spread it a little thin, and it was something that I just didn't understand, maybe as somebody who's trying to cram the last half of the book in 2 days, but I feel like so we have the mofos, the zombie mofos, and then we have like these animal versus animal groups,
And a lot of them.
and
the
you have
tigers
like
and the
these sort
wolves
of
and
predatory animals. You've got the tigers, you've got the bear, you've got
the bear.
the wolves that are kind of the villain animals, I guess.
Mhm.
And then you have these mutated, scary human things. It was hard for me to wrap my head around the fact that there were still sort of predatory animals in a world where there is so much communication and there is so much like you've got the aura and you've got the echo, and there seems to be a lot of like cross animal communication, and you've got the elephants coming in at the end and being like supportive and all that stuff, and so like where do these like tigers fit into? Are they where does the bear fit in? Like how is that still a thing in a world where there is this sort of ability to communicate across species and across like animals? Like why is that a thing? And then and the fact that was kind of made to be one of the bigger plot points was to me like, I feel like you're missing the mark a little bit on like what the real story is, which is like the mutated humans. I think makes sense.
But
That's a good point.
I figure like what
Yeah, it's a good point, Jeff.
like just let them starve. I mean, what are carnivores supposed to do if they like don't eat other animals?
That's true, but we could we could at least talk.
Yeah, I think Jeff's point's a good one, though. I mean, not different species, but different communities of people.
It's true.
Communicating doesn't seem to help.
Yeah. But it did seem like the villain animals didn't ever communicate with anybody else.
Yeah,
or at
they
least
didn't even
wasn't
say,
tried.
"Too bad, I'm gonna eat you."
Yeah.
That would have been nice.
And I guess the web and what was the aura and the echo and the web were more like information.
It was like Twitter.
Yeah, yeah.
Literally Twitter.
It felt like it's where you sort of like dip in to see what's going on, and then you can exit back out again. Is what it appeared to be. Although I'm not sure I fully understood.
But it felt to me like we the better climax of the story, and I don't want to get too far ahead, I guess, was the bit with the ostrich mutants and the dentist saving the day. Like that to me was like a good place to kind of leave you with questions and leave you with like, oh, what a reveal, because you're thinking all along, like, who is the one that conquers? Like, and then you're like, what could it be that is actually like ripping apart these gorillas and stuff? And then you find out, like, I was trying to figure it out and I couldn't. And then you find out that it's like mutated humans. You're like, oh, whoa.
The one who conquers is wolves.
I know.
Oh, okay.
But what I'm saying is like they made this buildup of this, and then you find out that it's these mutated humans, and like then Dennis does this miraculous like heroic thing and leads him to the water. You're like, oh, but we still have this problem now of like, oh, the humans are mutating. What do we do? And like that to me felt like everything that came after that felt like it wasn't as like powerful to me as like, because you spread it out over like, we've got the wolves over here and the spider people over here, and like they're gonna do the wolves, and we got the spider people, and we'll take out the spider people, then we'll go to the wolves.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa.
Having read that part in the last 15 minutes before book club, I fully agree with you. I feel like if it had ended with that, right after Dennis saves the day, or led into the second book or whatever, left that as the cliffhanger until the second book, after he saves the day, I think that would have been perfect. I agree with you. Like the end, I was like, wait, now he's gone and left, and like he's fighting other people, and then he has to go back and fight the original people. It was very confusing.
Yeah. He had to
go. Well, is it too early to like talk about Dennis to like follow up on this? I guess. So as much as I didn't like this book, I thought it was really appropriate, and I loved how like I was absolutely certain Dennis was not going to make it through that like heroic saving everybody. Like that was like the first chapter where I was like, I can't put this down. I have to keep reading this. And then he saves the day. He gets back. He just looks at everyone like, hey, I did it. And then later he gets taken out by his hatred of the UPS truck. I loved that. And the whole scenes afterwards of like the memorial, like I thought that was really, really great. That was really well done.
See, I feel the opposite.
Really?
I felt like that was a major cheap shot on the like, because we had the Dennis moment, we had Dennis save the day, and like to me personally, so like dog dying and whatnot, put that aside, but for me it was like total whiplash going from a scene where it is conceivable that a dog would have enough intelligence to do the things that Dennis did, take the iPad into the water and drown the ostrich things, and then like for him to be just taken out by a UPS truck. I was just in the
he ran into zombies.
I think in any other book it would have made me mad, but in this one where like everything is stupid and I didn't like the story anyway, I thought it worked. Like, well, of course he's going to survive this heroic, the whole thing, and then get taken out by his hatred of the UPS man.
Yeah,
of course that's going to happen.
I feel like, so there's a way to do that. I think for me, there's a way that you could have done that, and it would have had a humorous like thing. I think that the pacing for me was just not right. It felt undeserved, and kind of like out of left field for them to be sort of reveling in this like Dennis victory, and then he's like, "Oh, the UPS truck. I'm gonna go take that out," and then get destroyed. And then I felt like the memorial was super sweet, but then it just like kept going. Like I felt like he kept saying like, and then I buried my best friend, and then the elephants came, and I buried my best friend, and then something else comes, and then it was like, I feel like it was well done, but it was like the ending of Lord of the Rings, the third one.
Yeah, I mean the whole book was like that for me. Yeah. There were like 20 places in this book where I felt like it could have ended.
Maybe it has something to do with ST at the beginning explained that he doesn't really have the best grasp of time, and I felt that in a lot of ways. Like how did it get so far along before ST even realized something was wrong? And like a couple of y'all were talking about it in the comments, like everything's extremely overgrown. So we don't actually know how long this whole journey lasted. But I think also that's just kind of his perception too. Like that was just a really important event in his life. So maybe it just had, because it was so important, it just took a lot longer. And maybe that's also why we got some of the repetitive stuff in the middle that I wish we hadn't had, but maybe it was intentional. Maybe it's just the way ST like sees things.
Yeah. I mean, I can stretch my brain around that, I guess. It doesn't mean that it wasn't like kind of a slog to get through some places, but yeah, the Dennis thing, and I love Dennis, and I had a feeling in the back of my mind, I was like, oh, Dennis is gonna.
Well, and she kind of foreshadowed it, right? Like talking about him running out of the fence or whatever one day, and what's his face, Big Jim being like, Dennis, and like holding on to him for like a long time after that, I was like, like that. It just felt like one of the things that I didn't like about this book is I felt like I saw a lot coming, and I'm not usually good at that, and maybe because I read it really quickly, but I was like, the part where they were talking about that, I was like, this, like that felt like it's foreshadowing him running after something and not making it. And then the part where they're talking about the one who opens doors or whatever. And I don't mean to jump around different things, but like when they get to when he is looking for the one who opens doors, and he's like looking for him, and they finally find the like mofos at the zoo that are and he's like, oh, that was it. I was like, dang, I thought they were describing an orangutan. Like the and I felt like everything was. And then I know that I guess this is like a device in writing where it's like, and then I found the thing I needed, but it doesn't like tell you what it is for a while, for like a few pages. That drives me crazy.
that drove me crazy throughout this entire book.
Yeah.
That was the way that every new creature character was introduced.
Yes.
Was like every single time that was like just tell me what it is.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
just say it, because it was like I saw its legs and then its arms reached out and its purple thumbs, and I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
And it's like, sure, I get it as a device, maybe once or twice. Use it sparingly, but not every single time.
Not every single time. Be like, I found the thing I needed, blah, blah, and you find out later it's a stuffed Angry Bird. Like, you didn't have to hold that back. Like, it was used way overused. But yeah, those are some of the things that I found really annoying.
This is the most unbelievable thing to me in the whole book.
Yeah. It was not my phone.
Not that, like, none of all the other stuff I can get behind. This, though, the fact that they could turn phones on after however long it's been, because let's face it, even if it's only been a day, our phones die in a day now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Katie, where did you fall on like the whole Dennis's
I kind of figured that he was going to die from pretty early on, but I didn't mind him dying because then it gave us ST riding on an eagle.
Not
picturing
any,
that was pretty fun.
good. Yeah.
not just any eagle, the adventure eagle.
Yeah, that eagle was
Adventure
badass.
eagle.
I love the eagle.
I did too.
Oh, the eagle was awesome. It just wasn't a book for dogs. Dennis dying that way ruins his narrative journey, though. The author takes most of the book to take him from being kind of just a dumb dog all the way to being able to pull off the action scene, only to make him die like a dumb dog. Yeah, that was kind of my take on it. It was just like, really, come on.
Yeah, because Cinnamon got like a heroic death.
Mm-hmm.
And then there were the really sad ones for the dogs who like couldn't get out of their homes, or whatever. But yeah, it wasn't a good book for dogs. You're right.
But I did appreciate, when I thought this was going to be like, we had finally found kind of the motive, which was we're going to free the domestics. Like that was, like I enjoyed that. Like I thought, all right, we've got a mission. We've got a thing to do here. And then he kind of had a montage of it until Cinnamon died.
Yeah.
Then we're like, well, I don't think this is for us anymore.
Yeah.
For a minute.
Yeah. I read somewhere, I can't remember if it was on like in the back of the book or on Goodreads or something, the author herself has like a bajillion pets.
Yeah. That's in the back of the book.
Is it the back of the book? Okay.
Yeah.
And I was
Oh,
like,
there's a
who
bunch of
knows where
pets.
she got this? She was probably just like sitting around one day looking at her pets and thinking about how they would handle, because she has 2 crows.
Well, they're not her pets. They're outdoor crows that bring her gifts. They're her friends. I'm assuming the same for the hummingbirds she mentions. Is just like she just loves hummingbirds and has hummingbird feeders. But I also love that.
Yeah.
Crows. As the crow flies. That's a saying that when people say it, I don't know what it means. But I'm too afraid to ask.
As the crow flies. Doesn't that mean like the shortest distance between 2 points or something?
Yes.
Okay.
I think.
Yes, I knew that.
Oh, okay. I had assumed sometimes I make assumptions and I do not know what things mean. Can I say one thing I was going to ask you guys about?
Yes.
So one of the things I did like about this book was the fact that Big Jim was kind of a terrible human. I mean, he had some like redeeming qualities, like he loved his pets and whatever. But and the way that ST talked about him was like his behavior was totally normal. Like.
And I just what a human is. Yeah.
I just found that amazing. Like I loved that he was not this like great human. He was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that he just always was. That's just who he was, and that's who ST idolized.
Mm-hmm. Well, Big Jim chose ST and the dog over a girlfriend at one point. Yeah.
Yeah. That was where I was like, oh.
I loved ST being obsessed with the mofos because he just had such a beautiful view of humans, and I thought that was really interesting in a book where humans have like lost their last chance and they're like evolving out of being what they are.
Yeah.
It was just really, it was I don't know, it was beautiful in a weird zombie book. I don't know.
I thought it was interesting that he was still him when his eyeball fell out.
He wasn't though.
He said words.
Wasn't he like, what the
Yeah.
something?
Yeah, he looked at he said WTF.
Yeah.
Those were the last words that ST heard him say.
I really need more like zombie part. Like,
Remember it because it said we shared 3/4 of a look or something like that.
Yeah, I do. Yes.
It reminds me of that scene in was it Alien Clay
WTF?
with the lady that had like a peg leg or something.
Oh yeah.
Like I could walk a mile in her shoes and then ... Well, shoe.
Yeah.
Give him 3/4 of a look.
Oh, I laughed out loud at that.
But that stuck with me that like Big Jim's eye fell out and he was still not quite he still had like personality and was like himself for the most part because he was out there picking weeds and drinking PBR.
Yeah, those were his last words, and he stopped eating after that and drinking.
Then he went to hang out downstairs.
I really wanted ST to get like a vision from the eye, though.
Just pop it in. Third sight or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Big Jim was. We heard a lot about Big Jim. We heard a lot about Big Jim's life with ST and Dennis. We got a really good picture of who he was through this kind of innocent bird's perspective. But the bird ST had a lot of prejudices as well, especially towards penguins.
Yes, I love the evolution of his feelings toward penguins. It's pretty amazing.
His feelings towards penguins, his feeling towards the college crows, which ended up being his murder at the end.
Yeah. Oh, the part what Tiffany's talking about where he's trying to get medicine in him, I laughed so much. Like all the medicine he was throwing in bags and like trying to get into him was so great.
Yeah, and then I caught this that like Big Jim's friends are racist.
Yeah.
That didn't surprise me based on what I've heard of Big Jim.
Yeah.
But it did surprise me that Big Jim would date someone that's of a different race.
Yeah, Big Jim. He's a layered individual that likes PBR and big boobs magazines.
Wow.
Yeah.
Christ, better than face recognition than humans. Yeah. But yeah, the characters, his prejudices towards the college crows, penguins. He had a lot of thoughts and a lot of feelings. And I also was kind of part of the repetition for me that kind of got old was ST's sort of opening his eyes to the larger world of animals and kind of seeing it for the sort of colorful world that it was, and then like shutting it out because he's a mofo and not a crow, and he kept like the oscillating between that was a little bit. It wasn't sort of like an evolution. It was sort of like a flip-floppy.
It felt to me like he kept getting distracted. Like he would be like, oh my God, I'm playing with this baby elephant. This is so lovely and wonderful and kumbaya. And, oh my God, I forgot about Dennis. Like he would, I forgot about my responsibilities or whatever. And so I wonder, I'm sure part of it was like, no, I'm a human, I'm a mofo or whatever. But him like enjoying nature and things becoming, something new was really pretty. And then he'd be like, oh crap, reality, and have to go deal with what he had to deal with. But you're right, it did keep happening. Like it was definitely a repetitive thing.
And the way that he kept sort of like turning away, what's his name? Cray.
Oh, yeah.
Cray. It was like, clearly this guy's here to help.
Yeah.
It's like, get away from me.
He's denying who he is.
The one thing that made me laugh out loud was when eventually they said somewhere in the book that the reason. So I was thinking like, he likes humans because he loves Big Jim, but like he literally thought he was a human or part human at least because Big Jim specifically told him, "St, you are one crazy mofo," and mofo to him.
Oh yeah.
So, well, he just told me I'm a human, so obviously I'm a human. Again, just reading that like totally at face value, I was cracking up. That and the random scene where the Junko was hurling insults at other animals, like calling them sea anemone and hagfish,
like,
and
whoa.
explaining why this is so bad.
Yes.
That made me laugh so much. Did you realize that sea anemones, like their mouth is their anus? Like this is bad. That's crossing a line.
Yeah, and hagfish are jawless, like like parasites or whatever.
Yeah, buckets of slime in your mouth. Yeah, which literally.
Yeah, the freshman biology teacher in me was like really happy.
Yeah, no, that was one of my favorite scenes. Like completely random, meant nothing in the book, but I wish that Junko had more scenes. He was just angry for no reason.
Junko, which
there's like normal birds. They're not mockingbirds or
Junko
aggressive or
is.
anything.
Did you know it was a bird before she just said it?
I did.
I only know because I went to grad school at a place that has 3 ornithology labs, and they're ridiculous.
I know.
I think I get Juncos at my bird feeder and didn't know what they were and had to look them up because I had not seen them before. They're like gray and brown or black, like they're dark birds, but multicolored, but like multi-dark colors.
We have Juncos at our bird feeders.
Oh, I did not know that.
I wouldn't know it if I saw it.
They're cute. They're really cute.
Yeah, I looked them up. I looked at pictures. I still wouldn't recognize it. They were cute.
But I mean, there was a big middle section where it seemed like they were just kind of exploring. And then he got injured, which was an interesting development where all of a sudden he was flightless.
Oh, yeah, for a long time.
For the rest of the book, pretty much.
And then he kept insulting flightless birds, which made me laugh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love flightless birds. As someone who like has a background in biogeography, flightless birds are always just like really, really fascinating to me.
It's penguins.
Yeah, well, them too, but other flightless birds. Yeah.
I kept thinking, have you guys ever seen the video of the guy where he's trying to do he's like a nature person who's trying to do a video and the penguins keep honking in the background and like he can't get a word in edgewise because they just come up next to him and they're like honk, 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 and he's just like sitting there and it's really funny and that's all I could think about. I'll post it to the Discord or something after this, but
that sounds about right though. They're pretty loud.
They're pretty loud and smelly and like but when I was reading about them as in a book, it was like in a Madeline L'Engle book when I was a teenager, she describes them as flying through the water. And so that's how I've always thought of them. Like they don't fly in the air, but they fly through the water. And so when he was, prejudiced against penguins, I was like, they fly through the water, St.
Yeah. They're really well adapted for underwater.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why the penguin suit in Mario is so good.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about, but it sounds good.
It's a Mario thing.
Yeah, we didn't play Mario.
Well, Kathy, on Discord, you mentioned about the college crows and that they're actually a real thing. She actually posted a link to the Wikipedia page, I think.
Yeah, I looked it up because that was one thing that was very specific in this book, that it was at I don't know how to pronounce it, Bothell, Washington.
Oh, yeah.
And so I thought, that's really specific. And this is a book that, already that early was like just name dropping all these specific places in Seattle. It's like, this has to be a thing. And I know that because I spent 2 years as a lab tech at UC Davis, farther south, but on the West Coast, and we had huge crow migrations come through this time of year that was cool. Like I'd never seen that many crows in one place at one time, but it caused a lot of damage on campus. They had to pressure wash the sidewalks every day because there were that many crows congregated. Anyway, so I looked it up, and there's like there was, I guess, maybe they aren't around as much anymore, that they would either roost overnight or something, like maybe seasonally at the University of Washington Bothell campus. That was really cool. And apparently it's a big thing because there's I don't know if it's a UW Bothell website or Wikipedia page or something. There's a website like about that population. I thought was really cool. Yeah,
Wow.
it's a real thing.
Yeah, I really enjoyed.
So this book is
learning
just a
about
true story.
Well, I know Syracuse has a crow population as well, or at least they did a certain number of years ago when I was there. But yeah, they roost all over the Gothic buildings.
Yeah, it
that makes it creepier.
Just like, because you're walking out in the evenings after work and it's sun's going down and it's just masses of crows, and it just makes me think of Halloween and spookiness, and it's cool.
I had no idea.
Except for walking all over the bird crap, but
so because it's Halloween season, did y'all find this book to be spooky at all?
No.
It was more like the zombie part of it for me, at least. And again, this isn't really that's not my thing in general, zombies or gruesomeness, but that's really more it was because I don't like spooky stuff or scary stuff. Like spooky's fine, scary I don't do, but this wasn't that at all for me.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah,
Not a spooky book.
What
You
did
heard it
think?
here. I thought that there were parts that had a little bit of horror
Oh
elements to them.
Yeah.
horror, but still not.
Especially towards the
scary.
beginning. Like I think some of the stuff that they witnessed happening, and there was some horror-esque structure to some of the moments, but then no, ultimately, especially as it sort of turned into this kind of animal war story, and not sort of a post-apocalyptic. And I still the animal war thing just.
Bothell. Thanks, Tim.
What about the one who hollows? The one who hollows must return.
Yeah, that
We never.
I don't even understand. Is that the one that makes the mofos zombies?
I don't know. They never
Because they
actually
called them
addressed it.
hollows.
Because they call the mofos hollows, and so I was like, I just assumed that meant people. But
I couldn't.
Sure.
I didn't have I had just like a physical book, so I couldn't go back and look it up. I didn't know what hollows was referring to. Yeah.
ST says yes because he lost most of his murder.
Oh no,
That's fair.
that's
Oh,
fair.
that was the other thing. I mean, I know a group of crows is a murder, but that's the thing that it kept cracking me up how they would use the word and be like, murder means family. And like just the way the sentences were crafted because of it cracked me up.
Murder means Ohana.
Yeah, that's right. I agree with Kira's comment that it felt like a Zombieland kind of story. Although I don't think I would want to watch this one. I think there were some scenes she did a good job of painting a picture of how disturbing the mofos had become.
I mean, I think some of the visuals that were described of like the ones that turned into basically just kind of like puddles of bleh on the ground, and then just the various stages of, I guess, decomposition where they were in. It's like that one's jaw didn't have a jaw, and like this one didn't have a face. And then the descriptions of like how some of the animals were mauled and dispatched. The gorilla scene that was kind of heart-wrenching.
Oh, yeah, that one hurt.
Yeah.
Awful.
And then you're like, oh my gosh, what could have done this? And I guess that was the wolves.
Yeah, I think that was the wolves.
Because what a horrible time to introduce the ostrich.
Yeah.
The mutants, because like everything is building up towards the one that the one who conquers.
Yeah.
Like it's all driving towards the one who conquers, and we have this build up, and he does, the author does the same way of sort of revealing this new thing that they've done this the whole time, which annoyed me. But for this, it made sense, where it's like you're putting the pieces together to try to figure out what the whole is, and I think that's a great place to do it. And then they had to take it aside. It was like, oh, this isn't the one who conquers, by the way. This is just something
Right.
else.
Right. And the one who conquers isn't something new. It's something you've like heard of before. And, like I agree with that.
because that was to me where I felt like it didn't it lost its way.
Yeah.
She didn't need so many antagonists.
No, you're right.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's it was Spider-Man 3 is what it was.
Yeah.
This one, Hollows refers to mofos because they cannot access things like the aura, so they're cut off from the rest of the world. So humans are hollow. Yeah, that makes sense. If we could access the aura, that'd be crazy.
Well, I'm not going to read on, but I really do want to know who the one who hollows is, or what the one who hollows
Katie's
is.
gonna read on.
Yeah.
Katie, you got book 2 already, right?
I do have book 2, so I'll read it at some
If
point.
anyone wants book 2, I have it, but at this point, I don't really want to read it. So
I want
give it to anyone local.
Is the synopsis for book 2 like more of the same, or
It seemed like more of the same, but different characters.
oh,
But I mean, I read the synopsis is hard to tell, but I did read some of the Goodreads reviews that some of them, you know, it's highly rated, like this one is. There's a lot of people that enjoy it, but there were enough that was like, yeah, it's kind of more of the same feel that I was like,
yeah. Just
Well,
curious,
not right
'cause
now.
yeah, like if it were like if we could like learn more, then I would
maybe, I don't know. Yeah, it's like a different adventure, I guess. So it's not more of exactly the same, but it seems like it's more of kind of the same, just like going around town and
okay. Well, I
kind of
don't. Yeah, I
not
don't really.
much plot and yeah.
I don't really want more of the same, but yeah, I was just curious. What
Well, I'm sure it's going to deal with that last thing that we haven't talked
Yeah,
about.
but
in
yeah, it
this
does
book.
still, yeah.
okay, right.
Oh, right.
The gift.
Yeah. Yeah.
The baby.
Yeah, that I think is like the main one of the main characters in the next book. Or I don't know if it's a character, but like yeah, the main
Plot wise.
theme is like ST now like in a parent role.
Yeah.
Which, as a parent,
That sounds impossible. There's a part of me that's super curious how a crow is going to manage a baby, like a human baby.
well, they've got a whole army of animals to raise this baby.
However,
Maybe I will read. Yeah, maybe I'll read it when I have nothing.
But the fact that the baby exists is an interesting statement about, I mean, the future of
yeah,
humanity.
how? Why? And
I want to know her birth story.
Yeah, who are the parents?
Yes.
How did they?
And
Yeah,
what-
exactly.
even if this baby does survive, what is the good of one human?
Cloning.
Yes, I didn't consider that.
Well, good thing I'm here.
I mean, I knew it was going to be a baby, even though he was convinced, SC was convinced it was going to be a puppy.
A dog.
Yeah.
When the baby showed up, I was like, "Oh no!"
Yeah.
I wasn't like, "Oh no!" I was like, "Okay." I mean, it definitely felt like a setup for the sequel.
Oh, yeah.
Worked in the Jungle Book, Carrie.
Yeah, but the Jungle Book, he was already like able to walk into the jungle
He could sing.
when he
That's
was
right.
when he went into
I
the
don't know.
jungle.
It's been
He walked.
thousands
he
of years
walked
since
it.
I've seen the Jungle Book.
I'm pretty sure, didn't he? Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I don't remember. It has been a long time.
It felt hopeful. It felt like she wanted to have a hopeful ending.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it did. I do want to have hope, especially leading into because we didn't get to the war has just begun. Like we alluded to the war,
We talked about the war a
the
lot.
animal war.
Yeah.
We didn't see it. We just saw them versus the one who conquers, which is the wolves.
Yeah.
But there's a bigger war out there, and there's also now the war against the mutated humans,
Mhm.
which seem to be popular, all over the place. And it's, I don't know if they'll ever answer this. This would be something that I'd be curious to know the answer to, which is like, why is it that certain groups all kind of mutate into the same thing? Like certain
Yeah.
humans, there's like what, 2 or 3 that turn into the ostriches, and then 5 all turn into spiders, basically. So like, how does that work? Is that why is it like clusters of things that are kind of evolving into the same thing? Like, does it, if it is sort of like a kind of random cancerous kind of mutation, then like why are we getting sort of similar clusters, and are they related? How
That's
does
a good point. I didn't really understand that whole part. I kind of thought they were just all zombie ostrich spiders. I didn't know they were like separate things. Yeah. I was trying to picture this.
Well, there was like the group of ostrich raptors that Dennis lured, and then there was the spider ones that were completely different.
They were separate. Okay, this
Yeah.
is making more sense now.
I thought they were.
I mean, it doesn't make sense, but it's easier to visualize.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like she consulted with any scientist.
Yeah.
Still mad about phenotypic plasticity.
I know. Do you want to talk about it? We have.
We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Oh, okay. I'll bring it. We'll talk about cancer, the cancer description.
But yeah, like that was a question that I had about like, okay, because you know, you watched that Star Trek: The Next Generation episode where they all kind of de-evolve, but then it's all random, like, you know, they all turn into kind of different things. Anyway, okay, we're hitting up on the hour mark. We made it. There's still plenty more, I guess, we could discuss, but sum it up. Are you gonna? Has this discussion changed how you feel about this book? Are you gonna read on? What are your thoughts?
I am gonna go read some spoilers about the second book.
I
don't want to read the second book, but I want more information about it.
Yeah,
more information,
and then I might go find a zombie book, zombie book.
You've read them all, Christy.
I was gonna say, as somebody who's read a lot of zombie books, is there one you would like recommend off the top of your head?
I mean, easily World War Z is so good.
Yeah.
It's like
a little bit.
It's set up like as interviews, basically, so you kind of get all through the zombie process. It's just great.
Who's there? What you got?
Come up here.
Come say hi.
Add it to my list because I've been curious. I have not read any zombies. Hey, bud.
And it's not for everybody, but it's. I really enjoyed it, and a lot of people really like it.
World War Z is the one. And y'all had it as an option.
Well, and Stephanie suggested our other option.
That was the other option. Warm Bodies, which we got one of those right here, don't we?
Yeah.
What do you think, Kathy? Are you gonna?
Well, so first, no, this discussion didn't change my feeling about this book. I still didn't enjoy it, but there were things that I did like, and it sounds like that was pretty common. I have the second one. I'm not going to read it right now. Normally I'd get through a book and I would want to go ahead and read the second one, but there's just other stuff that I'm more excited about. But I'm curious to know more about some of the things that happen. So, I mean, unless I'm like super into something, I generally seek out spoilers anyway before I if I'm watching a TV show, I'll pause it and look up and see, does this person die? And then keep watching. So yeah, I will look up spoilers anyway, but I might still read it eventually, just not right now.
And Katie, you're going to definitely read on, right?
I am. I'm going to read the second book. Probably not right away. Again, that TBR list is a mile long, but it'll probably in the next few months.
Well, you can be the emissary for everybody that wants to know what happens but doesn't want to read it. Go to
when
Katie.
I read it, I'll go back into the Discord.
Thank you.
In the Discord, spoiling it up for everybody.
I will say this discussion helped me appreciate Dennis's demise a little more, Kathy, just with the way you described that and how you felt about it. I don't know, that gave me a different perspective on it, and that helped because I thought it was out of character for him, but hearing you guys talk about it more has really helped me on that one.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, look, that can wrap up our discussion.
Announce the
what?
We need to announce the winner of the book poll for December.
Okay, who is it?
It's really close. It's 8 votes to 7 votes, so it's 1 vote difference. But Descender, Volume 1, 10 stars, has won. So that is officially what we are reading in December.
All right, 8 to 7. Y'all didn't get out and vote this time. Benny's got Mr. Potato Head. So cool. Next month we'll be reading His Majesty's Dragon, right? That's over there. Oh, and so that'll be fun. start early and don't cram the last 20% of it on the day of the discussion. Is my advice to everybody.
Same.
I wouldn't recommend it. But yeah, people forgot to vote. We have single-digit numbers on those. That added up to double digits. But yeah, if you don't vote, you just get stuck with it, which is fine. But yeah, what else? Anything else? Leanne will be reading A Night in Lonesome October.
Oh yeah, 2 more days.
Yeah, we're almost to the end. So I'll see y'all in the lounge after this meeting for tonight's reading of A Night in Lonesome October. Short Story Club. Don't forget to go sign up if you're interested in being a co-host on the Hangout or the book discussion for November. There's a sign-up sheet in Discord in the announcements channel. It is pinned. So that's where we got all these 3 lovely people, is that they went and filled out the form and they got to be on TV. And we're so glad that you did, because look at this costume.
Amazing.
Look at this. Look at
so
that. Look at the fingernail. Did you do fingernails, or is that just the way?
Oh yes, they're.
Look at that.
Wow.
Look at this. And Genghis Cat and the ST on your shoulder. You went above and beyond.
Hooray! That's the goal.
It's so good. It's so good. I just love that. And I got this thing and it's overheating.
Yeah, Kira just commented, there's a new option for helping me out in 2026, and that is if you want to take control of a book poll next year, that is going to be a thing that we're doing.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, we've done with the last 2, actually, we've had other
yeah,
people
Katie did the
step
book
in.
poll, and then
And
Jeff
then Jeff did
the
December's, the
December
graphic
book poll.
novel poll. Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll have an option to hijack a book poll and suggest your own books.
Yeah.
And yes, it is almost Secret Santa time. Stay tuned for more on that coming up. We'll do it about the same way we usually do it. A little bit more tightly controlled and monitored, so that we're just going to make sure that we don't have those random people that sign up to just kind of get free stuff. But yeah, Secret Santa coming up. Kira says you look awesome, Katie, because you do.
Thank you.
Yeah, so lots of fun stuff coming up. And thank you, Kathy, Marianne, and Katie, and ST, and Genghis Cat for joining us. Benny, how you doing?
You're making him.
Yeah,
You're making him
he's a sick boy. But thank y'all, and we'll see you soon. Have a great Halloween. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Halloween.
Bye, everybody. Bye.